we have the Bathurst boys in the house. Mr. Lachie Ray.
How we doing?
Mate, better now that you're here. Mitch Thompson.
Evening, how are we?
First time on the show, boys.
Feels good.
Feels good. Very
nice.
Very happy to have you. Oh, have you here, Mitch. Very happy to have you here, Lachie. Yeah, as well. All the way from Bathurst.
Long drive.
How was the drive?
Yeah, it's good.
Mitch did it.
Yeah,
We got here.
Mitch did it.
I say continue.
I don't think there's anyone who's put more kilometres on their vehicle than Mitch Thompson.
Mateo's van in a hot second.
Oh,
Oh,
Mateo's.
yeah.
Oh, it's getting up close, probably.
So, boys, what's been happening? Oh, almost forgot. I'm Jack Meyn. This is the Get That Skate podcast. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks to all the people that leave comments on the YouTube videos. It helps a lot. It makes us feel really good. Let us know what you think of this one. Let us know what you think of Lachie's, everything that's going on here. And
You want
yeah,
to see my titties?
tell everyone about it. So, what's been happening, boys?
Not a lot of skating. Downhill skating, at least.
Yeah.
I've been doing other sorts of skating.
Yeah.
Not so much downhill.
Just been on the jobs.
On the jobs?
Just working,
Yeah.
saving for whenever the world opens up.
Oh man, it's the talk of the town, eh? Where do you want to go first if the world opens up? First place, where would you go?
French Alps.
French Alps,
Straight to
Lachie,
Yeah.
French Alps. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
where's yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That place.
yeah,
Alps.
yeah. Purple drink for a purple boy as well.
Yeah.
Color coordinated tonight.
Purple
It's a good
people
shirt.
eaters.
Yeah.
Like the shirt.
Shouts out Gussie Ree.
Yeah. So I've been doing a podcast for a while, and I thought, yeah, let's hit some of the boys from out of town up. I've had Duddy on here a lot. Has jumps on, and I thought, who better to get on than the Bathurst boys? Because I know the Bathurst boys have a lot of stories to tell. Some good ones, some bad ones, some funny ones that probably can't be told on the podcast. But here we are.
We get a bit silly.
Yeah, and I hit the boys up. Either before or after this podcast airs. Probably after this podcast, there's going to be a one-on-one interview with Mitch, so looking very forward to that tomorrow. But I just thought, come up, stay the night, have a chat, talk some stories, and get into it, because there's a lot of people out there that love hearing these stories on the podcast. So I really appreciate you boys jumping on.
Stoked to be here, bro.
Yeah.
Cheers for having us, Jack.
So the topic that a lot of people have heard about, a lot of people have memories of. You're not one of those people.
Definitely not.
But we're going to do your best tonight to, recollect what happened in Romania. So what year was your trip to Romania, the key one, the one that we're going to be talking about tonight?
17.
2017. I went to Romania in 2018, had a ripper of a time. That place is unreal.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like you're a Grand Theft Auto character. Just like walking. Like I remember getting picked up heaps late at night because I left my passport with the boys. And it was like 11, quarter to midnight, man. And there's a whole town is just walking out in the streets at night time, like families. And I'm like, man, you are a video game character.
It's a
for
different
sure.
world.
I remember seeing like the parks.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's around and amongst it, but it's like half overgrown. Like it's just
Yeah.
like no one's maintaining these places. There's like obviously
Yeah.
like communist regime, like concrete block buildings,
It is. It's
horse and carriages, and then like
Yeah.
a Tesla. And you're
dude, it's a very interesting place. And I shout out to all the people that run Transylvania Downhill, because they put on some fantastic events.
like, oh yeah.
And that's one place when the world does open up that I just want to go back
It's
there.
a close
Yeah.
second.
Oh man,
The gondolas.
yeah.
Can't say no to a gondola.
So we won't get into the whole Euro tour, because I want you to come back and jump on the podcast if YouTube lets you after this one. But let's just talk about Romania, because I know there's fantastic skateboarding that happens over there, but you've got some pretty special stories. So tell us, you rock up, you're in Euro, and you get to Romania. Start from there.
Start from there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. First day. I don't know if Mitch can chime in whenever he wants.
Yeah, chime in, Mitch. You might be able to tell the story better than he can, actually.
I do remember the first day
Yeah.
very well.
You should.
Yeah, first run in, we rock up.
Yeah.
It's the day before the event.
Which event?
Transylvania downhill, the
Strata.
Straja?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think they had Vulcan that year. They
Okay.
told us about Vulcan that
Yeah,
year.
right.
It was like
Check
this,
it
it was
out.
like this legend. you know?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, rocked up. the day before a 5-day free ride event of a closed road, and he's like, "Yeah, just go skate the hill."
Yeah.
We're like,
We just drove like 16 hours or whatever, and we're like, we need
Yeah.
to skate.
Where'd you
It's like
drive
a-
from?
So we landed in Germany.
Okay, yeah.
We had an RV that year, so sick as me, Lachie,
Yeah.
Tim, Jevy in a van.
dude,
Yeah.
That is
good
a good van.
That's a good van.
Yeah.
We just drove straight to Romania with some other Aussies,
Yeah.
and then we just wanted to skate.
yeah. Well, we did a bit of driving before that. Didn't we like punch it down to Switzerland on like the first? I remember like punching it down to Switzerland, and then we went back to Germany and we're on the autobahn doing like 160, 170 in this RV.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like shenanigans in
That's
the back of the
right.
van,
Yeah.
and I'm going, wow, this trip's gonna be a bit loose, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, we rock up to Transylvania, and they're like, yeah, just skate the road, like it's open, and we're
Yeah.
about to have a 5-day free ride event, but just skate down it. And
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we skate down it. We do a first run. I think Bassie, Jev, or Davis, like one of those boys,
Those
pushed in
boys.
first
Yeah.
on the first run. And they were like spotting through corners. We got to the bottom, all fun and games.
Yeah.
Hitched a ride back up in a car. We got to the top, and the next run,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll push out in front. So like I'm in front. Like I think I had Bassie
I think
directly
you had something
behind
to
me.
prove.
Dude.
I think you were
I
like,
had Bassie directly behind me and Jev as well, and I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna I was meant to be spotting through the corners,
Yeah.
going first.
out the window. Go on.
Gone. I was just like head first down this hill, and then there was like I reckon about halfway down.
Yeah.
There's like it's like sweet long tide-ish sweeping right
Yeah.
into a hairpin left.
Yeah.
And so you do like a Euro, like the double drifts
Yeah, yeah,
into
yeah.
it, yeah. And so I just did this big toey and then a big heel side. And in Australia, it's left-hand lanes.
Yeah.
So I'm so used to like hugging the inside around the left, and then suddenly there's this Golf GTI
No.
just looking at me. I'm just like sliding. I'm like just like, all right, I'm not gripping up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just slid, bang, bounced off this bumper. Guy jumps out of the car, starts screaming at me in Romanian.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, English. And he just goes, oh, English. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. He calls the cops. We wait there. The other boys, I think
They
Mitch
bail.
waited with me. The other boys just went to the top of the hill.
Yeah.
That was it.
They bounced. They're like, we're not dealing with
And-
that.
Was the gondola cracking at that
No,
stage?
we were
No,
just
it
doing
was
shuttles
hitching
in the van,
rides.
or
Yeah.
hitching
It was
rides.
literally
yeah.
the day. It just sounds so silly after.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
don't
about
know
to be
they'll
able
let
to
him
skate
back,
this
after
hill.
this.
We got after it all, we got to the top of the car. I was like, oh, good.
What?
the
Like,
co-
what
the
do you
cops
mean,
came,
dude? You're just holding this event. I've hit a car on the hill.
Yeah.
You're holding an event at, and he was just so
The
relaxed.
cops came and like, how much you pay? 130 euro.
Oh, you got fined for it?
No,
So
no,
the cops came. Oh, the cops in
Yeah.
themselves all rocked up, and they're these chiseled guys with jawlines like.
I'm telling you,
out
bro,
the window.
video
They look
game.
like
It's a video
they
game.
looked like
yeah.
male
It's a
strippers,
sim.
dude.
Yeah,
they had
right.
skin
Well,
tight shirts
they probably
on.
were, man.
They had skin tight shirts on, and they were laughing at me.
Yeah, right.
They were laughing at me.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, look,
Fair.
we can either take you back to the police station,
Yeah.
and we can sort this out, or you can just pay." I think it was around 200 euro, something like that.
Wasn't a fine, though.
Timmy literally just had it in his pocket. He was like, "Lachie, fix me up in a day.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just sort this out." I was like,
Can always count on Timmy to come
like-
through.
"Oh, bro,
Yeah.
shouts out Timmy, the
Shout out to
legend."
Timmy, yeah.
And yeah,
So that's what, first day in Romania?
Second run, first day,
Man.
half an hour in Romania.
I
skating.
broke my toe.
You broke your toe?
Yeah, I still skated.
Dude, breaking your toe's not... people think, oh, it's just a toe.
It-
Not when you're a downhill skateboarder, man.
Yeah, broke.
And not when
toe
you're riding
and a front
rainboards.
bumper.
Yeah, with all that concave, man. Oh.
Yeah, that toe doesn't feel the same.
Mm. You need to get a physio for it, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little fucking.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's first day.
So we paid him out. we
yeah,
got
paid
through it.
him.
Then what happened? We did the event.
Yeah,
The event was sick.
5 days.
It was unreal.
For people who are listening, watching, hopefully you're watching, Transylvania Downhill hold an event in Romania in the Transylvania mountains called Straja. It's always the 3 times it's been on. Has it been on 3 times?
Maybe a
now?
fourth even.
4th. However many times. It's a 5-day event, and there's accommodation at the top of the hill. Just all these like cool old like
It's a ski resort kind of thing.
yeah.
All these
And
ski towns.
the gondola at the bottom of the hill takes you up to the top of the hill, and it's just constant runs all day. And when I first went to Euro in 2018, it was the first skate event we went to, and honestly, it's I think it's one of the best events that I've ever been to.
6Ks a track.
Man, 6Ks a track, how many hairpins and
I think we
corners?
calculated at the end of one day how many kilometers we'd skated, and it was like 90Ks or something silly of just skateboarding.
I think Bassi did like 18, 19 runs.
Yeah.
He was just powering it.
When I was there, I was hearing that people were doing like getting to like 13 and not being able to skate anymore.
Yeah,
And
I've
your
heard
legs
that.
were
Torched
I've heard that
day.
about Bassi as well, like doing, and man, that's a lot.
Bassi isn't
Bro,
quite human though.
Yeah.
So we'll,
He
like,
would
put a
start
little
out skating with
asterisk
you.
next to it.
Yeah.
And you'd like, he'd leave you. He'd just start running to the gondola doing more runs. And then he'd catch up to you again and like pass you again.
Yeah.
And keep doing more runs around
Well,
you.
the funny thing about that event is if you have a break at the top of the hill and your mates go, then you're not going to see him for the rest of the day. In most,
Or you gotta wait.
Unless you wait until then
you
to
wait
get
for
back
him
up.
or they wait for you.
Yeah.
You can't see him for the rest of the day.
If you got to change wheels, you're gone.
Yeah. So what about the rest of the event? So 5-day event. Just tell us about it. Get those memories cracking.
I just remember stacking runs on runs on runs.
Yeah.
Different wheel, you do different sort of runs. Like, yeah, I remember seeing obviously again Bassi skate downhill, and he goes, "Oh, Lachie, let's do a free ride run."
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bassi free ride that much, you know.
Yeah.
And we're blasting down this section, like that really fast section.
Yeah.
And he just fucking, he just like you know, I'm like, I'm not doing stand ups at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just
holding on.
Just coping.
I'm holding on. I've got snakes on, I think. And I was like whooping. And then, Bassi's got some, you know, 76A mags. So he's just like creaming out toeies. Like every corner. I'm like, wow.
When he free rides,
Like,
he skates like he's 60 kilos, but he weighs 100.
Yeah.
It's just
neck level.
destroys.
Neck level.
He needs to jump on the podcast for sure.
Oh, he needs to.
He's got some
He's
stories.
got some stories.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff.
But yeah, Straja skating there, coming off a fair bit, and he you broke your toe when you hit that car. But any other big injuries that weekend? Oh, that week, sorry.
Not that I can remember. I remember high siding through that weird chicane
Yeah.
where you go into pretty quick. And it's like that right that like cambers a bit.
Yeah.
And I remember trying to grip it one time and just feeling my wheels just like scoop from underneath me and sliding on my back into hay bales without leathers. And
Yeah.
other than that, like I think I hopped up.
Yeah.
Mitch had some Fix-A-Mole or something, which if you guys haven't heard about is
Godsend.
you can't even Google it, I swear.
It's a skate trip necessity.
Yeah, you just put it on, you get road rash, you put it on, and then 2 weeks later you take it off, it doesn't stick and you've got no road rash anymore.
Yeah,
It's
he
all
said
gone.
2 weeks. He's telling the truth. You keep it on for 2 weeks.
And that's a long time.
That doesn't
10
sound.
days usually.
It doesn't sound right, and it starts stinking. But it is the best thing
Works.
for road rash.
You can you can wear it in the water and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off and you just peel it off at the end. You just got like that little weird layer, no fucking crusty stuff.
We have to bring it
crusty
overseas for people because they don't have it.
Yeah,
we
they
got to
don't know
like
what it is.
bring boxes for them.
Yeah, just Australia, mate.
best
Australia's got the
thing.
goods.
You had a bit of road rash at the end of the event, I think.
Yeah.
I remember it sucking for you being in leathers at the race when the race happened.
Why is that?
Because you had a bit of road rash. You were a bit.
What board were you riding on that Euro trip?
Big old bromance.
Yeah, Rain.
Yeah.
Shout out
Big
to
old-
Rain.
Big old rain board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trucks, wheels.
I had Skowers.
Yep.
178 vapors.
Yep.
And I think for most of Strada, I rode like Kegels, and
Yeah.
Mitch had just brought out the Deweys.
Yeah.
And I whacked those on, I think, on the last day and was like, why wasn't I riding these the whole week?
I rode that wheel in 2018 at that track, and
Yeah.
man,
It worked.
loved
there.
it.
So
Yeah.
nice.
Real good.
So nice.
Yeah.
Davis won on him.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
man.
had an Aussie won an overseas event yet to that of that scale? Like
Jacko,
possibly.
possibly, but new era, like newer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he
I
was.
remember
Like,
it was Davis's, like, I think it was his first overseas trip.
oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And
only
he
started
ne-
skating
yeah.
that year
Like
again.
he's like free. Yeah, he free rode back in the day or something.
But he
and then-
stopped for a bit and started up
Yeah.
at Newton's.
Yeah.
And then just, I'm going to go to Europe and wins the event on a Byron K4s that weren't even
Yeah.
his.
Chops Sebastian Hurtler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you've got that footage on. Is it on your?
On my Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 6-minute run.
Yeah, so I'll just chuck
race.
that up there. But yeah, it went a bit viral, that video, didn't it?
It was good. Everyone loved it. Everyone
Yeah.
couldn't believe that there was a 6-minute race that
Yeah.
people did and that this no-name Aussie just won it.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. No one knew Davis back then and
Yeah.
destroyed.
You should know about him now. If you don't know Davis, then
You're living somewhere.
get familiar.
Yeah.
Not in Australia.
But so after a good week of skating and, you know, coming off your board, getting on the gondola, what were the parties like at that event? Because I remember in 2018, It was
They know how to party.
Yeah.
It was a nice time.
Yeah.
I stayed in one of the hotels like a bit further up the hill, but one further down that all the Queensland crew was staying in last time. You're walking through the corridor, there was just a random fish tank in the wall. That's what I'm saying, man. Romania.
Yeah, they're on something.
Yeah.
They're on something.
Something's happening.
Yeah. So we had parties like every night. You have parties every night?
Pretty much.
I think in 28. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got a bit
17.
loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one
The
was
last
the biggest.
when Davis won.
An Aussie won, so the
An
boys
Aussie
had
won,
to get on.
and the boys
So-
were.
This is what we need to talk about. This is, you know, we'd love to hear about some skating stories, but a lot of people have heard about your, you know,
Events.
Shenanigans.
episodes, you could call them, shenanigans. Your the mischief you got up to in Romania. So tell us a bit about that, Lachie Ray.
Oh, my perspective? Do you want to hear my perspective
Oh,
before everything
it's
happened?
scattered.
I'm going to let you boys share this part.
Do you wanna-
This
do you
is
wanna
how,
start
this is
it
how
off
the
and then
night
I'll
went
tell
for me,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of
So,
beers.
hold on. Davis wins Romania.
Oh, don't
Straja.
jump to the end though.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. A couple of beers.
Okay.
Yeah.
We sit down for pizza. I woke up the next day.
Can't remember a thing.
Can't remember a thing. Like looking at the hotel room when I woke up as well. It was like boys upside down
Thank you,
throughout
hands.
throughout the thing.
Yep.
Like our hotel room, like Brody, shouts out Brod because he's an absolute G.
Mm.
Upside, like on the other end of the, like we're like top and tailing sort of stuff
Yeah,
on this
right.
bed.
Did your
somehow.
mum call his mum and approve the sleepover?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, Friday night we're hanging. Our sons are hanging out. Yeah.
Cool.
And I remember Mitch was on his bed, but Tim was on the floor. The hotel room's trashed. I can't find my phone and wallet. And I look at the pillow and there's a bandage and just like blood on the pillow.
Right.
And I'm like, just what happened? So like, my first thing is, where's my phone and wallet? I'm in another country.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? And
You want the full story?
Yeah, Mitch.
You want
Chime
the
in.
gaps?
Chime in.
feeling the giant gap I've just left,
So
please.
Davis won
Yeah.
on the beer straight away. The
Yeah.
boys just into it.
Australia would have been having a good
Oh.
time.
Well, we couldn't believe it
Yeah.
to start with, and then he won. He won, and I won a case because
Yeah.
I was third. We won a case of vodka Red Bulls.
Okay.
Oh, no, just Red Bulls. Sorry.
Yep.
So we're just on Red Bulls and beers and vodka, and it was just
Levitating.
levitating.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, we need to eat. So we went down the pizza place in town, and it was the spot.
Yeah.
Went there, and we got on the beers down there, and me and Joshy Evans, we got up to a bit of mischief with
Shout
Lachie.
out to Josh.
JF. We started stitching Lachie up a bit. We were getting him beers.
Yeah.
We were giving him beers, feeding him. He was just having them,
Yeah.
but we weren't telling him what was in them.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
The bartender was chucking a few bit of, they called it Dracula's blood.
Dracula's blood.
That's what it was called. Chucking that into it. And,
Yeah.
you know, after time, you just start sinking beers. And we were sinking beers with Lachie. And
Yeah.
he just got to a point where he was a bit too wild. And
To the
Yeah.
point of no return.
to the
by
point of no
sounds
return, to
it.
the point
Yeah.
of blackout, where he can't remember until he woke up.
Insert Clayton's footage
Yeah.
interview right here.
No, we haven't got to that bit yet.
Oh, not yet?
Yeah, no, not
Alright,
yet.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Lachie had to go to the bathroom, went
Okay.
downstairs to the place, couldn't find the bathroom, just decided to use the wall, just a wall in the
Dude.
restaurant.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did nobody teach you manners when you were growing up?
If I remembered it, Jack,
Yeah.
I would have peed in the urinal.
If you had control of your body, then yeah.
If I was
Thank
conscious.
God Taylor, Bassie's misso,
Oh, shout
She-
out again.
Yeah.
she cradled him and took him, and we just bounced. We're like, we need to get out
What a
of here.
legend, eh?
But the
You
people
always need someone looking
Yeah.
after the boys because most of them don't.
Oh,
Come on, they've got
Under
a
the bus.
they've got a party to attend to,
yeah.
and if you're not functioning, yeah, shout out to Taylor for helping you out.
She
mate.
saved a lot of people that trip.
Yeah, good on her.
Anyway, so we get him out of there. We go back up the top of the hill. It's about a 20-minute drive back up the top.
Yeah,
We get to the top. We're all sauced. The after party's already kicked off, so we're late. We need to get into it.
yeah,
We're walking in. There's like a hay bale fence that you got to S-bend around to get in.
yeah, right.
And we've gone, stuff that hay bale fence. So we're going to walk over it. Lockie's got halfway over it and kind of lost his balance. And then Timmy.
Lost his balance with a bit of Timmy's foot.
Yeah, Lockie was taking his time and Timmy's like, oh, come on then. Just kicked him over.
Yeah,
Kicked him over the thing. We didn't know at the time, but Lockie had hit his head pretty severely.
Not too severely. Not unconsciously.
Not
I was already
unconscious.
unconscious at this
Yeah.
point.
but
so-
hard
Hard.
would have helped if you had a helmet on.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we love helmet use.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love safety at Get That Skate.
So he's cracked his head open. We didn't know. We didn't know at that point.
Yeah.
Party's going on an hour and a half, 2 hours later.
Yeah,
Clayton Arthurs is coming around doing mock interviews.
yeah, right.
I think this was a mock land yachts interview, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Me and Zach are standing there, arms around Lachie.
There is footage of this.
There is footage somewhere. We will
We're
find.
going to acquire it.
Here we are.
We are live here
Get the setup.
at Transylvania Downhill, catching the draft. Volume 1 with Liam Morgan. Liam Morgan.
That's Riley. Wait, is that Riley Harris?
Riley Harris.
Yes!
Riley Harris.
Lachie, what are you doing, dude?
Riley Harris.
Where the fuck is that?
How was the course?
How's the course, mate? How's the course?
How was the course?
Fine as. Look at his head.
Fine as.
What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? What the fuck? Why is he bleeding? Why are you bleeding, Lachie? Why are you bleeding out your face? Why are you bleeding out your face? What the fuck? Oh, shit! Look at it. Why are you bleeding? Oh, shit! Did you see this happen? What the fuck? What did you do, Lachie?
I can't remember who grabbed his head.
Yeah.
Someone grabbed his head because he was just slouched, just not functioning.
I was dribbling. Like,
Yeah.
like honestly,
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah,
someone
right,
had put me
yeah.
to bed
Yeah.
at this point.
I'm pretty sure it was Zach that grabbed his head,
Yeah.
and it's just like, come on, Lachie. And then Zach looked at his hand, and it's just covered in blood. And then we look at Lockie's head with a phone, and we're like, oh no, your whole back of your head was red.
Covered in Dracula's blood by the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
Vampires were feasting
Yeah,
tonight.
man.
And at this point, we just like, we need to get Lachie out of here. So
Yeah.
we took him up to
Did you actually get me out of there at that point?
we did. We're like, you need to go. Well,
Wicked. Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Mitch.
Well, you're about to pass out too. So we
Yeah.
gotta do something.
Dude, thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mitch.
yeah, we got you there.
I wish you did it before we sat down for pizza.
And we take him up to the top level. We're staying in the penthouse suite at
Yeah.
Adriana's. We get him up there.
Oh, dude, getting to the penthouse suites at Straja is a mission.
Well, we were there first. That's why we got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was that one right on the corner. You could see everything. It was
Yeah.
the party place.
Dude, cheering.
Yeah, Adriana's. Love her. Anyway, we take him upstairs, wrap him up, chuck him
Yeah.
in bed, go back to the party. We didn't care.
Yeah.
Morning comes around. I'm like half asleep. And I just hear Lachie like like freaking out, like hyperventilating because he's looked at his pillow, he's looked at his hands, he looked at his head maybe, I don't know. And he's like, didn't know what was going on then.
No idea.
No.
Oh, dude! Again,
remember the interview?
I sat down. No,
Yeah.
I sat down for pizza, Jack. I sat
That's
down for
it.
pizza. I remember a game of like Would You Rather or something cheesy going on because we weren't quite sore. Like we were having a good time and
Yeah.
everyone was like
Some kind of drinking game. Yeah.
some kind of drinking game, and then I literally just woke up the next day.
Dude, that would have been like a bit scary.
It was
like,
terrifying.
Yeah.
Like I was in another country. Like I couldn't find. Like, again, like as soon as I couldn't find my wallet.
you're in a video game.
Yeah. Not just another country,
Yeah.
Romania.
Yeah,
Like,
Romania.
Did not know what was going
You'll know what we're
It's
talking
rare.
about if you've been there. If you
oh,
haven't,
if you
put it on
haven't,
the
you're
list.
missing out
Yeah.
because get there.
Yeah.
So then you got bronchitis.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So when people say, "Oh, did you hear about Lachie in Romania?" I've heard this story. That story I hadn't heard a lot of, but this is one that this makes me just I just think, man, you need to just relax, eh? or possibly surround yourself with Nah, it's not the people
No.
around you's fault. It's your fault.
Once
What am I
once
saying?
he tells it,
Yeah.
it's all his fault.
Oh, this next one. All right, the first one.
Yeah.
Look,
Wait,
my
the car
intoxication with a bit of help of spirits in my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you are surrounded by caring friends.
Yeah,
That's
it.
what we're all about.
Caring
here at
friends
Get
who
That
tuck
Skate.
you into bed
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
The
you're too
bandage on your
drunk
head.
to be out lurking in
Yeah.
the streets of Romania, apparently. Yeah,
The
so
Bron-
so the next morning, me, like, especially like Brod was a pistolation machine.
Yep.
He can hold it together.
Yeah.
And he had these like 12% Romanian beers that were like a 500 mil.
Oh,
12%
aren't they
off.
like 1.2
And even
liters?
the
Yeah.
Romanians looked at them as well and it's like, oh, you're drinking that? Like, that's a bit gross.
And they're cheap as well, eh?
Yeah.
50 cents.
Like,
Oh,
yeah. So he had like a
yeah.
3-pack. I think I, what are the odds, Dim, to like shotgun 2 of them in the
Yeah.
morning. He
Yeah.
lost what are the odds. He shotgun 2 of them. I think someone odds, then I was like, I was on a roll. I was like, I've got Brod to sink like 5 standards in about 10 minutes since like 10 o'clock in the morning. Hilarious. And
Romania?
then I was like, Timmy, what are the odds there was like a shoe floating in the river?
Yeah, we
So you're in
literally-
town?
No, it was at the bottom of the race hill and we just
Okay.
camped at the bottom after the event.
Yeah.
Everyone's hungover. Everyone just wanted to relax. We
Yeah.
didn't want
Yeah.
to drive anywhere. We're just
Yeah.
like, we need to bunker down and get over this
Reset.
hangover.
And it was
Yeah, pretty
literally a
much.
shoe we found in the river. And I was like, oh, Tim,
You found it.
Tim, what are the odds you do a shoey out of this? And you just straight up two'd me. And if you don't know what are the odds, if you do a 2, if you've asked them, you don't get it right, it's
Yeah.
back on you.
Yeah,
So
go
you,
So-
you challenged him to do.
I challenged him. He
Lost?
said 2. I lost. I did the shoe. I challenged him again. He did the same thing. I lost again. Did another shoe.
A different shoe as well. It was the other shoe that was in there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a boot. It was a boot. It wasn't a shoe. It was a work boot. So
Yeah,
some
it was
Romanian
Dude,
man.
get the facts
We need to
right.
get
Yeah.
like some mank.
Memory
We need to get like some mank shoe image right there, just because it was like it was
Oh.
gross.
It had mold, not mold, but moss in it.
Anyway, for the
It
next
was just-
5 weeks, I had
Oh.
bronchitis.
Yeah, Lachie felt.
The next 5 seas you spent over. The next 5 weeks you spent overseas.
Fully, like, so we got to Kingsgate in
Yeah,
Austria,
Austria.
and I was crook. Like,
Yeah.
I was proper crook.
Lachie's like, I'm not scared.
I felt self-conscious in the RV from how much I was coughing, keeping the boys up at night from
Yeah.
how crook I was. And eventually someone was like, Lachie, you're sick. Like, go see someone. And I'm like I'm a skateboarder's budget overseas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not seeing a doctor.
Bread and
Yeah.
cheese.
I ended up skating to this Austrian doctor. Like, I remember skating there. It was like, I get to a place. I was like, is there a doctor in town? They're like, yeah. He's like 500 meters up the road. I remember skating 500 meters being like, oh, is the doctor near here? Like, oh, yeah, he's just 500 meters up the road. Now, I reckon this happened about 3 times. Like,
You
no
probably
word of a
went
lie.
through 3 villages in Austria.
Oh, it was one long village. It was like some bougie village though. It was
Crosses the
it was
border.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Well,
It
they
was
had-
really nice. I got to this doctor there, waited. He checked me out, checked my lungs. He's like, yeah, man, you got bronchitis.
Man.
Like, it's not contagious or anything, but your lungs are pretty torched right now. And like you're not in a good
You're
way.
sick.
You're not well.
You're
You're
crook.
ill.
So he like prescribed me all this stuff, put me this bill. I was like, I got like, yeah, I
How'd
got
you pay that
I got €60 in my account, man, sort of thing. It was like another €200 bill.
You just
And he
bounced.
was like, look, I'm just going to charge you $60 for the medicine, man. And I was
Yeah.
like, holy moly.
Yeah,
like,
shout
this
out to
guy's just
him.
like, yeah, shout out to that. If
Well,
you're listening
yeah.
right now, thank you.
He's probably listening.
Anyway,
to the
I got back
podcast,
and just
yeah.
made a vodka
Yeah.
mixer and mixed a lot of my. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to include that one,
Yeah.
but there's some photos that Zach Mills took of me at Kingsgate,
Like
and
this one
yeah,
and this one.
yeah, and this is another story because I was again a bit drunk, but like I was feeling better within myself because I'd been on these antibiotics.
Yep.
Another couple of things, but you're overseas. I can't race, so I'm like I'm going to occupy my time with something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're
And
watching
you're
the
at
race with the
Kingsgate
boys
at this time.
Yeah. And so I
No.
switched from beer to vodka because it's a bit cleaner on the old internals. And
Of course.
I remember
Yeah.
Tom Borman,
Shout out, Tom.
just shout out Tom, and
Yeah,
he had this hammer, and he kept hitting this hammer against the top of the hill, and these rocks were rolling down the hill, really close to the racetrack. Like we weren't quite getting there, and I was like, man, you hit that hammer one more time, I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah.
And excuse me for one swear word that you can bleep, but like this is because word for word from Tom. I said to him, if you hit those rocks one more time, I'm gonna throw your hammer.
Yeah.
And he looked at me in the eye and just smacked this rock down. And so I picked up his hammer and I just threw it, like I lobbed it over the racetrack into the bush. And he grabbed me by the neck and pinned me against this tree and he just went, "Go get my fucking hammer, man."
Dude. That's not what you want at the side of a
And Tom's a
racetrack.
nice guy.
Yeah, he's
Tom
a
He's a
is a nice
lovely
guy.
dude, man. And I walked down and I was like, I'm gonna go get this guy's hammer. Like
You
I'm
messed with his hammer.
and
though.
I jumped over the King's Gate. Like they had these netting, like they didn't have
Yeah, the
hay bales, they
nets.
just had nets, and everyone
Yeah.
complained about these nets because they weren't really safe.
Yeah.
They weren't doing anything.
And I'm like,
Let's
oh,
be
after
honest.
practice we're gonna get some hay bales. You're like, okay. What
The
about
bus-
that drop we've
the
been?
truck was late.
Yeah,
And they got
that's
10.
it.
They got 10 hay bales.
Dude.
They got
They were
not many.
all on that one corner too, because
Yeah.
that corner was pretty gnarly. And I remember jumping a fence and landing in a bush, and there's a photo of me upside down in this bush with my legs in the air.
Right, you gotta
pretty
find that.
intoxicated, yeah.
I just had a flashback, man. I remember sitting at home in Australia. I didn't go on that Euro tour because just at uni and whatnot. But I remember tuning into a live. So Kingsgate, where that the big stack with Zach Madam happened.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
right, left.
All the Aussies are up on the hill at the side, looking
Yeah.
down on the track. People coming this way. Someone went live, and I'm on the live like, yeah, shout out to the boys that are there, blah blah blah. The camera goes on you, dude. You were just sitting there like. I think I commented like, yeah, say good day, Lachie, like what's happening? It's just like, so whoever was like, oh, look, this person said hello to you, and you're just like, like, yeah, the boys having a sick time,
He was
I reckon
ill.
that was probably after the Hammer event.
dude.
Yeah, because I was on a good level before that.
Yeah,
from recollection.
Did you skate that road at all? Practice
Yeah,
time?
so I practiced. I think I did like 3 or 4 runs, and
Yeah.
then like my prof, like I was coughing.
You were
Like,
just
I get to the
knocked down.
bottom, man, and I just cough my gut. I remember
It was cold
waking up on the
too.
Alps, even like a couple of days later, and I remember skating to the bottom of a run and just coughing so much, like so much. I was pretty much doing like a has vom at the end of like at the end of the
Bit of dry.
Yeah.
Dry has vol.
dry has voms, and not
so
so tactical either. It was
You
just,
skated that event, right?
Yeah.
How'd you go?
What happened? I crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was got to quarters.
Okay.
Crashed in a corner with Tristan Cardillo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on it up that year. He was a Grom and he was
Yeah.
destroying it, and we kind of got a bit tight, and I had nowhere to put my hand and just came off.
Yeah.
But that track was
A good track?
Wasn't there a cheeky sublux in there, Mitty?
Yeah, that was just not the start, but that was early on in the shoulder injuries.
Yeah.
But it was a good track. It was weird because
Yeah.
the top hairpins were kind of slow, and you had to push out of them to be fast,
okay.
and it rained and it was slippery, and I don't know if the track got a repave and it was perfect, it would be good.
Yeah.
But it was
It was
kinda
like
tight.
a marble.
It was
like-
weird.
it was not
Yeah,
bad to
what?
slide on. It was
Yeah.
just like
The wheels kind of just were on top of it. They weren't.
yeah,
Yeah,
even in the
right.
dry.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only few runs I did were in the dry, and then it rained the next few events. It was raining. I was crook.
It was a sick
Right.
track.
Like, yeah.
Would go back to it if it was
Yeah.
on, but there's
Who
better
put-
tracks.
Who put that event on?
Big Mountain Skate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they
it
put on some good events. But that one didn't come back the following year.
No, I think it was a bit rough.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And
They
the fact
were.
that people were pushing out of corners, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
2017, there were a couple of races that was pushing out of corners.
Yeah, Tiolo.
And
stuff.
yeah, shouts out Tiolo.
R.I.P. So after Austria, went to where did we go? Kozakov.
Check.
Kozakov.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some,
Oh.
that's I mean, if you've been sick and then you go to check, you're not getting better.
I was better by this point.
You
Kozakov,
were on the
I was
up.
on the up. I was definitely on the
No,
up.
but what'd you do to yourself? You moved yourself out of the RV.
No, that was later. That
was
at
later?
that was
Okay.
that was at
I thought it
Tiolo.
happened at Kozakov.
I think I
Yeah.
thought about it. I remember Brody being in a tent though,
Mm.
by himself, and me coughing in this RV with all the boys. I'm like, dude, I'll just sleep in the tent. Like, I'm gonna cough, and I just
Yeah.
don't want to wake.
Yeah.
I don't want to disturb everyone's nice slumber with like.
You sound like a sit
for
dog.
it.
Sit
Yeah,
dog.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, I know what a bad cough sounds like. I remember at Kira one year.
You know when you can't
I
stop.
won't name a name, but there was a skater and they did a cough and it was just like, sounded like a fresh set of bad wheels, like, and I'm like, oh man, I don't want to hear that
Some
again.
yellow O-tangs back
They're
in the
American,
day.
I believe.
Fucking-
Yeah. So you get to check. What's the go then?
Check was loose.
Yeah, man.
Before and after.
Oh, before the before my first run down Kozakov.
It's scary.
So you know how like so this for 2017 they had a really weird sort of you rego for Kozakov, but then you have to rego for the free ride, the one free ride day before the whole event. And I was like, at the time I was like, I rego for Kozakov. I was doing all my regos before
Yeah.
I left for Europe.
And you'd
And
think
I
that
just
would
like-
include that.
I just didn't think. I was like, oh yeah, like the free ride day. Like I'll just cop that one later.
Yeah.
It got there.
You had
Um,
$60. Well, you had $0 by this time, eh?
Yeah,
Zero.
spending all on doctor's bills and front
Yeah.
bumpers for golfs at that
Yeah.
point. So.
And beers.
Yeah,
No, the beers over there were cheaper than golf bumpers, that's for sure.
yeah.
And I remember Alex Charleston and a couple of others hadn't regoed for this free ride event.
Yeah.
So we're there, we're like, why have we forgotten this?
Yeah.
So, you know, we go to the RV, a couple of,
Yeah.
so fucking a bit sauced up. And I hear registration is reopened for free ride.
Yeah.
And Mitch goes, Lachie, get over to that tent and go rego.
Yeah.
I'm there like, go to the tent, rego. And so my first run down Kozakov, I was a little bit stonkered.
Yeah.
I remember getting to the bottom. I was dead sober.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
Just
it was a
shook it
big
out
wake
of
up.
you.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
being at the top of the hill, like
Adrenaline
these
just
ones. It's like
said,
that,
"All
there's
right."
that hill, man.
Yeah.
Like I looked at when I was 14 years old, like younger,
Yeah.
and went, one day I'm gonna go there.
Everyone does.
Dude,
And it's
everyone
that
has
90K,
that. Yeah.
that 90K.
Dude.
And
straight
people talk
into
it up.
Yeah.
People do talk it up, but it's like
It's
it's,
not that
just
bad.
it's one lane wide. I think is the main
Bit
thing
over
that,
one, yeah.
So people
Yeah.
don't like it. Looks wider in videos, but like it's actually quite narrow.
It's scary.
It's narrower than I expected, at least.
Yeah.
And after the first run, I was like, "Oh, that wasn't too bad."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming back.
It's
Everything's
going back
coming
again.
back.
Step back.
COVIDitis. And yeah. After that first corner, it's all fun and games after the first corner.
Yeah.
I remember even like I remember hearing Aaron Hampshire talk about it, and he was like, I just chill into the first corner, and after that, man, you just go absolutely balls to the walls, and it doesn't matter. But that first corner,
first right, yeah.
Aaron goes into
you
it
guys
and chucks like a pendy. He just like wants to be slow through it.
Yeah,
you were there as well when Tanner.
Yeah, I was in the crash.
He like I was just behind.
Yeah,
I
this
was
is
just
the
behind the
Tanner.
boys.
Yeah, shout out to Tanner.
He landed on top of his femur, man.
Yeah,
and snapped it like clean in half and dislocated his hip at the same time. And every day before that, he was like the most collected dude I'd ever had a conversation with, and I'd never seen someone in more pain.
Yeah,
I was in this corner because like everyone had kind of shut down.
Yeah.
In this corner, and then you're just watching these like Czech Republic versions of St. John's try and maneuver.
Oh, they picked me up.
This giant man, and they're trying to like fold different. And he's just there, like, man, I haven't seen someone in more pain.
Screaming.
Like, I don't know if I just haven't been exposed that much, but like he like.
I mean, that's a pretty serious
afterwards
injury.
About dudes dislocating their hip and it being the closest you can get to childbirth, on top of like snapping his femur.
Mate, kidney stones as well, mate. I know all about it.
Yeah.
And man, like he has
a long legs. He's a big boy.
He's a big fella.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So when his femur snaps, it's a long femur, and in the middle it was like a hammock, and and they put his leg in the brace wrong. His foot was like off.
They were like trying to maneuver him, and he's like, "Don't move me like that, like please." And they're just like this is fine.
Yeah,
and you're
like, "Oh, we know how to do our job." Like, oh man.
And up until that, everyone was like, "Yeah, Kozakov's so good." And then that happened and brought everyone back to reality. Like
that would have, so what did it feel like after people who did see that accident or heard about it or knew this? How bad it was.
Definitely didn't make that first corner much more friendly, that's for sure.
Yeah, we went from doing like 8-man runs to like, okay, give me space.
Yeah.
We're gonna go chill now.
Let's go back down to 6-man runs.
Yeah, pretty much. And like but him in the hospital too, like the facilities they have there. Yeah, I went and visited there. I didn't see the worst, but some people did, but they had his leg up and they had a pole through his knee or something, and they had it suspended, and it was just Czech Republic is like Romania. They just don't have the facilities, and
that Eastern European
it's not great.
kind of.
Yeah, but he's back now. He's back. He's good.
I mean,
good
you guys,
man.
Putting some boards together.
Putting some really good boards together. They're over there.
Mate, Australia's loving it. So yeah, shout out to Tanner. Love to get him on to tell that story from his perspective one day, but yeah, we'll get there.
Neck level, from a third person perspective.
It's
bit of a wake up, eh?
Yeah,
it was a bit of a like, oh wow, that can happen while you're overseas. Like he got he flew home to America. Like, not chop it out. He got driven to the hospital, but he was flown home after that. Like there was no more.
That's a big moment.
Life changing.
Yeah. Oh, 100%, man. Do you think he'll ever go back for redemption, or
he's talking about it?
Yeah. I'd love to see it.
He's the sort of dude who would. Surely.
Yeah, I love hearing. Well, I don't love hearing that people get hurt, but hearing something like that, it's like, it would. It's up to them. It's always up to whoever's dealt with it personally. But going back and then getting the redemption.
He's still quick.
Yeah,
he raced Devils. He's still quick. He's dangerous on the circuit.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he comes back and what happens.
But if you're a downhill skateboarder and if you're someone who's raced, I'm almost certain that you've heard of Kozakov. But for those who don't know Kozakov out there, it's an event that's gone. How many years are they at now?
It'd be over 10 easy.
Yeah, over 10.
Wasn't the one we went to like the 9th, 10th?
Oh, it'd be up near the teens. It'd be like 12, 13.
We could be terribly wrong here because I feel like it's been on for a long time.
It is a while.
Anyway, it's a awesome event. Gnarly first right-hand corner. How quick do you reckon you're going into that right?
Everyone says 90, but it's more like an 80.
Yeah.
Again, though, because of the fact it's not a full width road.
Yeah.
It just feels that bit quicker. It's like when you ride a footpath at 50 k's an hour and it
Tunnel
feels
vision.
like
feels
heaps quicker. Like,
but Kozakov is just as well known for the party as it is the track. So you're recovering from bronchitis. What's the nightlife at Kozakov like for you?
I think we need to start an OnlyFans. Get that.
Yeah.
For this story, that's for sure. This one got a bit naughty.
Okay, leave that stuff out. Save
it's
that
wild. Let's just say that. It's like a music fezzy at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was some people in the States, like my most vivid memories from that was the next morning. It was like 6 a.m. and like you're a bit like spaced out.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing this local
Yeah.
and his shirt was off and I thought he was like vomiting or something, but he was just crawling, man. He was just like crawling through this paddock, just going like he had his shirt ripped off, and I was just like, I think I need to go to bed now, eh? It's about that time.
Kozakov is an interesting place. The final part, there was pretty much a party every single night.
Yeah.
They've got this big tent with a bar in it. Dude, everyone's having such a good time. Tables, people do this chair thing and you got to stack chairs up and try to kill your body around and everything. But the final night when I was there in 2018, and I'm guessing it would have been a pretty similar night when you boys were there in 2017. Like you were there in 2018.
Yeah.
But dude, there was like 4 different tents with different genres of music. The entire town comes up,
Yeah.
whatever the town's called, and it turns into like it just feels like you're in a different planet sometimes. Eh? There's some characters there.
It's a
Proper
vibe for
festival,
everyone.
proper
Yeah.
festival
Yeah,
sort of
full
stuff,
on,
eh?
yeah. And that town, for how long that event's been going on for, they would look forward to that. That would be like, yeah,
100%.
it's coming.
Oh, imagine if you lived at the bottom
Dude.
of something like that, and you know every year these people just throw themselves down this hill and then just get loose. And you're like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to watch that.
Remember meeting
Like-
some English-speaking locals there, and they're just like, "You guys are crazy." And I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but you're also right. You know what I mean?
Didn't you make
Calculated crazy.
you and Tim made a business venture at Kozakov?
Oh yeah.
You were
insert photo here.
Yeah, insert a good photo here.
There's
You were
one-
on Billboard, weren't you?
I was actually going to come onto this podcast with no shirt and just get that
Relive
written
it.
across my
So what
chest.
is, tell us.
So I
the
was like, this
story.
is just a photo of me that you're probably going to see right now, and
Mm.
I'm just topless with my shirt, I think tucked into my hat, and it just says like, had the name of the beer or something like that. It was like 20 Czech, 20
Corona,
like-
I think it is.
yeah, it was like 20 Czech. It was pretty cheap.
Mm.
Like 50 cents a beer or something, but I've just gotten written across my chest, and I don't know why we're selling beer. I think everyone just wanted beer on this
Yeah.
corner,
Mm.
and we had a bunch of beer, so we just like
No,
rolled down.
you guys planned this. You guys didn't make the finals, whatever, and you were out. And you and Timmy were like, we're going down. We're going to go buy beers for 10 cents and sell
Yeah.
them for 20.
That's
and then
right.
you bought like 2 cases and you had them all cold with ice, and they were walking down the track selling
Yeah,
beers.
business.
Yeah.
Just entrepreneur.
I think they made
paying
like
off my
$5.
paying off my bronchitis medication.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, all right, I've got $6.70. Where are we going?
Yeah.
Man.
We got 2 cases and then made $12.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
Unreal.
You were
got
just-
another 4 cases.
You were the pack horse and the billboard. Timmy was the salesman, I think, and selling it.
Yeah, I don't even know if we sold that many. I think we just handed out beers.
I think you
to be
drank 'em in
honest.
the end,
Yeah,
actually.
just handed them out and drank them.
Sell one, drink one.
It's not
Yeah,
like, you know,
Yeah.
oh,
But what was the skating like for you at that event?
that event.
Yeah.
That was honestly one of the most fun like that and Bathurst. I was thinking
Yeah.
about this before I came on the podcast, so I thought
Yeah.
you were going to ask like, what's your favorite racetrack?
What's your
or
favorite
something.
racetrack?
But we just ended up talking about me getting absolutely buckled overseas.
We got to fit some skating in.
Yeah. So
Little bit.
Kozakov and Newton's are the tracks that for me really stand out, because Kozakov, it was like all the corners are banked.
Mm.
It feels like it's made to skate down.
Yeah.
Like it's
There's
just
a
one
few
of those things
roads
that's just like,
you just think this is made for us.
this is
eh?
like,
Like,
it's
Yeah.
like
Smooth.
people drive on this?
yeah.
I'm like, no, surely not. This is just made for skateboards. Like it's a lot of fun. It's a bucket load of fun.
You going back
Oh god, yeah.
when the world opens up?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been thinking, like, when the world does open up, think about how many Aussies are going to be on the tour.
Everyone's saving their coin.
Oh, dude, I feel like every downhill skater in Australia's like never been this rich before, eh?
Nah. Usually we're like scraping by, but now it's going to be...
Scraping it. Yeah.
Everyone's going to have their own car. It's going to
Yeah.
be amazing. RV? We're doing
Separate
RV again?
RVs.
We might get a side with our dinner this time round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or get another snitty.
Or pay for your medical bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or the
the
car.
full medical bill.
Yeah.
Go back and repay the other ones I owe.
What
I think
about
Timmy still owes a speeding fine in Romania as well, hey?
I owe that many. Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah, I've heard a few people
Yeah.
owe like speeding
I owe
fines.
10 at least,
Yeah.
but they have to get
I'll worry
back.
about it later.
Yeah.
But what about you, Mitch, at Kozakov that year, 2017?
Yeah, that was a good year.
Had you skated it before?
16. Yeah. So
Right.
I went the year before, Euro Tour the year before.
Don't talk about your stack. We're going to save that.
Yeah.
But good time? Good time?
No, it was a good time.
Yeah.
It was better coming back to it knowing what you're in for. I feel like the
Yeah.
first year it's a bit of a shock because...
Was for me.
Yeah, but
Mm.
it's you build up that such a hype for it, such a prestige, and it is prestigious.
Yeah.
But like, it's just a road.
Yeah.
And you get down it just fine.
Listen to this fella. It's just a road. Like,
No, but racing it was different.
yeah.
The racing from like since I've been there in 16 through to 19
Yep.
is like changed so much.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, now it's kind of like I don't want to say sandbaggy, but a lot
He
more.
wants to say sandbag.
I want to say sandbaggy.
Just say
He
it.
wants
Yeah.
to say it
Go look
because
at the
that's what it
RDF.
turned
It's,
into.
it's been ruined a bit, but everyone's a bit more strategic.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
There you go.
Yeah, they sit back a bit more and all that. Whereas I feel like 17, it was a bit more of a race. People were going at it. People were racing down the hill. But
Just like trying
Going
to
head
get down
first,
there.
not going. You see people on the push line the year after 2017,
Yeah.
and it's like, riders ready, get set,
Can't-
and then literally a guy making sure he's delayed off the start.
yeah.
Right.
So he's not in first place out of that last corner.
What are your
Or
thoughts?
she.
What are your thoughts on like strategies like that, or do you just prefer just going balls to the wall?
Me,
Yeah.
I don't have strategies.
You just hold on. You just hold on. Eh?
Just go down the hill.
Like, I'm just crossing my fingers the whole way down.
Oh, I'm all
get
for
there,
drafting,
eh?
but
Yeah.
like deliberately putting yourself in a position.
Mm.
So I mean, again, like it is just tactics.
Your
like,
push kind of sucks though, so you just end up.
yeah,
the
it's
back
like
anyway,
automatic
usually.
sandbag, except it's not sandbagging if you
You're
just
trying
come
your hardest.
last.
Yeah, you're just really going for it.
Try my best.
My mum says I'm fast.
But yeah, that was a good year. 17, I
Yeah.
think. I don't know, it's one of my best finishes, but yeah, there was a pretty good thing in it. We'll
Yeah, we'll talk about
talk about that.
So where
Bassey came third or second that year.
Second.
second twice in a row.
Yeah.
That
Second
was
the year
that
I
was
there.
wicked.
Yeah,
That was wicked.
yeah, dude.
Bassey
it's-
almost had it.
Yeah.
He was close.
See, back then we weren't used to Aussies on the podium.
Especially at a big race like that.
Yeah,
That was actually, that was the breakout year when you think
Yeah.
about it. It's 2017, people getting on podiums.
yeah.
Putting their name on things.
Man, there's that photo of Bassey doing that, like
The
the
full
lure
Yeah,
break next
yeah.
to someone punching it sideways
Yeah.
into forest, right?
insane, man.
It's just that photo.
He's an animal.
Come on, Bassey, when you
Bassey.
come
This is
out
the
to
Bassey.
coast.
This is just the Bassey fan
Pretty
page right
much.
now. Hey,
And if you're not a fan, what's wrong with you?
So, any more classic stories from that Euro trip with you, Lachie? This is kind of a lot like interview with you.
and you said it before we started, eh?
Yeah.
Lachie Ree in Romania.
Yeah.
Where did
Oh,
we go after Tiola? Was after that?
after Czech, we went to was it Verdicchio?
Oh, Verdicchio.
Did we have a bypass in the Italian Alps for a little while before
Yeah.
Verdicchio? Was that
Yeah.
in between Verdicchio?
Some open road skating somewhere?
That was pretty unreal.
Mm.
Like that was
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
I reckon the best open road skating happened after the Euro tour
The
though.
tour. Yeah, when
When it was
Jevy
just-
was us.
Where were
Yeah,
you?
all the boys went to like.
Wait,
I mean,
when
not
Jevy
all
what?
the boys. Jevy and Davis and stuff bounced across to America, and
Okay.
then
There was a race
like
on.
Mitch, Tim, and
Yeah.
myself still
Yeah.
had the RV for like another 2 weeks.
Okay.
So we just went to I think we just went to the Swiss Alps.
We went to all those.
Just the Swiss Alps, and
Yeah.
holy moly, that was
Yeah.
Went to
no
the
more
greener
bronchitis,
pastures.
and just like
Feeling fresh.
open roads, yeah.
And I stuffed my knee and I didn't skate much at all.
True. Oh, Mitch, actually,
How'd you
this
do
is a
that?
funny
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Mitch sent us, so that like he hit up Patrick Switzer when we were in Switzerland because like we're in this kind of local area. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, what are the good runs to skate? And one was Moog, that classic one that you see with like the cow grates.
Yeah.
And everything,
grates.
it's like that, that really narrow thing that winds down, like it's just hairpin after hairpin with like
Yeah.
little. You've seen 1,000 runs from that
Yeah.
run, and then there was another one, and Mitch said it was one way.
Called
Down.
Zug. I was
Called
told.
Zug.
I was told it's one.
No, he wasn't told it was one
Didn't
way.
drive first, just dropped
Yeah,
in.
and so there was a train. There was like a weird like cable car train to the top,
Yeah.
and so we got this cable car train. You could pay for like a day pass of this
Okay.
thing, and cyclists use it or whatever. Like
To go up
walkers
to
and
like a
stuff.
lake type thing.
I
I've
never
seen-
went up there. Don't
Oh,
look
I
at me.
don't remember a lake, honestly.
Oh,
I remember.
I
I
mean-
remember just like I remember just rolling into like a footpath looking thing.
Yeah.
And if someone said it's one way, I would have believed them.
Yeah.
I was.
And anyway, after our first run down this, there was definitely traffic coming up.
Yeah.
Like cyclists, walkers, and then a Jeep. And like we were cruising down, like it was just me and Timmy and we were cruising down it. But like, man, I remember just getting to the bottom and both me and Timmy went up like, to Mitch and we're just like, dude, there's traffic coming up it.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
was
like, it's
sitting-
not
yeah.
wide either. Like it
Yeah.
was like, another one way sort of road.
I was just in the RV with my leg up, like, well,
Oh no.
hope you hit a car.
It's like, no, I remember what Mitch said.
Your
He was
problem.
like,
Yeah.
I knew if I told you it was two-way, you guys wouldn't have skated
Yeah,
it.
nah,
That's incriminating.
he's just making sure you have a good time, man.
Oh, we had a wicked time.
I
We
only
didn't
hit
hit
one
any
car. I wanted to hit two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert footage of me down Duddies here.
Oh, man. Yeah, some things just shouldn't make their way to the internet, eh?
No.
Yeah.
I
Especially if you
mean,
post them yourself.
I didn't think I hit that many cars until someone told me I hit a lot of cars.
Just gotta be careful out there when you're riding your recreational wheeled toy down massive mountain roads.
I've hit more parked cars off my own poor decisions. Actually, no, this is more incriminating. I mean, more
that's
cars
where
have just
you're going,
reversed
yeah.
into me.
I just stopped there.
Yeah.
I'd
We'll just
stop
cut it
the
off
cars.
at 48, hey?
So did you just quickly before we wrap it up, that was your first Euro tour?
Yeah.
Have you gone the second time?
No.
So what's the go there?
What was it?
Did you get a
I went
girlfriend or
2017.
something?
Oh, don't talk about that. Yeah, that and a bit of mullah.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I jumped into a trade actually after that one.
Yeah, right.
And was like,
You
oh, I need
finished
to.
that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah, right.
Have you done anything with that?
No, yeah. So I jumped into a trade afterwards and was just like, yeah, I think I'm doing something productive.
Okay.
I know, keep skateboarding.
Yeah.
Don't do anything
Yeah.
productive.
Yeah.
Life lessons.
Just find a good balance out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You need to make some money to do it.
Find something you enjoy doing,
Yeah.
like skateboarding.
So World opens up. Let's just say World opens up. Euro Tour. Aussies are booking their flights and paying rego for Kozakov and Australia again. What are you doing? You coming with us or what?
Oh, God, yeah.
Are you just saying that though? Or
No,
you
I'm
coming?
no. It opens up. I'm selling my dirt bike.
Yeah.
I'm funding
Hold
a
on,
Euro
wait,
tour
wait.
on that one. Yeah, Mitch was like, hang on a second. This has been like, we haven't even talked about this yet because I've been dirt biking with Mitch more often than I've been skating with him over the past 6 months.
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, as long as you're having fun.
That's it.
New way to hurt
It's
ourselves.
Yeah, new way, more expensive way to have fun. But
Mm.
you can't travel, so what
I
are you
don't
going to
know.
do?
Skating's pretty expensive.
It is
once you go around
expensive.
the world.
Yeah, if you go around the world doing it every year, it's expensive. But
So if you don't go on a world tour, so that's hypothetical.
yeah.
What are you, like? You getting a tattoo of something if you back out? Like, what's
I heard
the-
you're getting get that tattoo, aren't you?
Yeah, if you back out.
Yeah. On my forehead.
Yeah, big face that. Nah, I think it's good that you're still getting out there during these times because we can't really skate, and maybe you should organise an event of some sort out that way. Get some people out there, get you on the board. Seeing you boys rock up tonight in the shirts, it's like, well, I don't have many clips of you guys, so maybe we should get that organised.
I've been thinking about this after taking Zach and Harry. They came up to the mountains recently, and they were like, "Just taking us to the stupidest stuff.
Yeah,
the novelty sort of stuff." So there's that run of Harry down Mount Vic Pass from years ago. Zach hit that fresh mags.
I heard he hit it, and they didn't drive
See it
down.
before, yeah.
Fresh mags.
He hadn't seen it before. He put on a fresh set of wheels for it, man. And there's a right-handed kink after this really narrow bridge. Like, you're hauling. Like, this run is stupid. It's
busy.
It's
a
stupid.
highway.
Yeah.
It's a highway. It's stupid. And he was like over a 45-degree lean, gripping, just like ripping through this corner. And I'm in his little van.
I mean, if you said anybody else's name, it'd be like, oh, wow, really? But when it's Zach Mills good,
Yeah.
man.
He's
Yeah.
used
If
to
you
it.
know, you
Just
know,
happens.
because this
Yeah.
guy was head down hauling.
Were you
like
getting
proper
clips
hauling.
that day?
Zach didn't
couldn't
charge
keep
his
up.
GoPro.
Of course he didn't charge his GoPro.
And then they hit the other side, and it was him and Harry, man. And again, in the van, I'm doing 90, 95, 100 Ks, and the boys are pulling away.
That's a fast side, the other side.
It's
And they
not
got no
it's not
clip.
as steep. It's just it's long and consistent. So like it just builds and builds. And as soon as Zach did a couple of runs, and on the way back, Harry was like, "I'm jumping in with you, man. Like that looks like a ball of fun." And
They just
were
can't
like
get enough
they were
of
just
it, those
bumping.
boys,
They
eh?
were bumping, and my wrist has been sore since like December last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to use my left hand, and then now
That
my left
hammer
hand,
that you were using
Yeah.
at
that
King's
hammer,
Gate, yeah.
Shake weight.
gone.
Yeah.
No, I went drunk boarding, and everyone
Of
who's
course.
been drunk boarding knows how that turns out.
Yep.
You slap the deck like a fish.
Yep.
Fucking salmon.
Yes, you slap the deck like a fish. Yes.
Go with
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
And yeah, my wrist hasn't been the same since, and it's went to 3 months, 2.5 months down the line.
So you need to learn standies.
I can't do my left-handed safety shutdown slide if it was to happen. So
Well, I reckon get the camera on you soon. Get some clips cracking.
let's go to all grip runs. I'll just do that
Man,
other
why
side
not?
of fucking Lithgow. Swearing's gone out the door now. We're at the end.
Long as you're having fun, mate.
That's it. I've actually been riding a whole bunch of like minis.
Minis?
Yeah. Like I just find like steep hills that I skate on my normal board and just try and make it down with a helmet and no gloves.
Yeah. Wait, no gloves?
No gloves because I can't use my.
You need some.
You
need some Get That skateboarding leather slide gloves.
Is that right?
With glove bag.
With glove bag.
Yeah.
Insert link here. Very nice.
Yeah, but now it sounds like you're still having fun on the board.
Yeah. No, I have been skating a bit, just not downhill and not like skidding with my hands. That's it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's been good.
Right. Any shout outs?
The homies. My brother Gus, actually, who's in Queensland right now, and I hope he listens to this because I miss him.
Oh, Gussie.
Gussie. Soft. Yeah. Nah, if you've met him, he's not soft. He's much harder than me and 5 years younger.
Shout out to the brothers out there, though, eh? Timmy.
All the boys.
Yeah. Gus. My brother Riley. It's always good having a brother.
I have 2 other brothers now. I feel bad not shouting them out. Just shouting them out.
I ended there. Cut. Yeah.
Cut. Done.
Yeah. Cut.
No, but thanks for jumping on, boys. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's good to have some fresh faces, and I'd love to have you back anytime. Especially, it's so good seeing you boys rocking the Get That. Mitch.
What else do you wear?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, what else can you wear? Billabong shirt. A shirt with a graphic of an owl on it.
So people ask me, they go, who's on the back of your shirt? That's my best mate.
Who is on the back of your shirt?
My favourite skateboarder.
Jump up, turn around, show the camera.
It's a shit tuck.
Man, check that out. That's a Get That shirt, eh?
So, you travel down to Bathurst, 4 hours. Take that picture.
I did.
Turn around. Come back home.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it happened. Had to be done.
How long did you spend in Bathurst when you took that photo?
20 minutes.
Honestly, 20 minutes.
Nah, like an hour.
We went and got wings after.
Yeah.
An hour and...
Some wangs.
Took me a while to walk up the hill a couple
wangs
times.
with the boys.
Yeah.
Love a good wang with the boys.
Oh, good times. But yeah, dudes, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for always wearing Get That and supporting. Yeah. You jumped on the West Connects and got here in what, an hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
It was stupidly quick.
So you can come back again.
Exactly.
Oh God, yeah.
Feel free to jump on any time. I'd love to have you boys come back.
Stories.
Yeah, everyone who's watching, thanks for tuning into the stories. Thanks for supporting Get That, watching the Get That Skate podcast, listening. Gonna get rid of these guys now. But
You'll love it.
www.getthatskate.com.
Get some sick shit.
Go and get yourself sorted. Leave a
yourself
comment.
some drip.
Dude, have you guys seen some of the comments that get sent through about the podcast?
Bro, people are stoked.
Man, people are stoked, and it makes me feel very good.
Fuck yeah.
Many have tried to do a podcast. Not many have succeeded, and this is the best one.
Yeah, and the thing is, I could ask you any question, and you would have a different story to someone else. So
I actually heard Joe Rogan's been hitting you up to get on this one.
Yeah. He wants to jump on here. Yeah. He heard about.
He was like, "No, I don't want you on my podcast. Like, can I please get on your Get That podcast?
He heard it,
because you need to get here."
He listened to the Philippines podcast, and he heard about how Neil Duddy taught Patrick Switzer how to drift, how to slide.
Yeah.
And then, I'd start getting the emails.
He actually hit me up. He was like, you know Neil Duddy.
Yeah. He's looking for links.
Do you know Neil Duddy?
Like, I thought I knew him, but I didn't know the real Neil Duddy, so I watched that episode. I watched it.
I knew the real Neil Duddy when he tried to shave my head when I was 16 years old.
All right.
Are we cutting? Like, are we done?
Yeah, we're done. All right. Thanks again, boys.
She is gorgeous.
Appreciate it, Mitch.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers for that. Get that skate.
Yeah.